Maybe you've walked through a lot of houses in your life. You know what to look for. Up north, in Florida, the house is fighting a different war, and your eye hasn't been trained for it. Here's what I'd want you noticing while you're standing in the room. Start with the air conditioning, because in Florida, it's the most important system in the house. Up north, your AC works maybe 3 months a year. Down here, it runs nearly year-round, and it's not just cooling, it's pulling humidity out of the building. When it fails, the house doesn't just get warm, it gets damp, and damp is how you get mold. So ask how old the unit is and whether it's been serviced. Look at the air handler. Stand near a vent and see if it's actually cold. And notice whether the thing is running constantly while you're walking through. A system that never cycles off is a system that's struggling or undersized. An AC at the end of its life is a real number, and it's a fair thing to negotiate. Second, the windows. Impact glass or not. Impact windows matter for 2 reasons. They're what protects the house in a storm, and they're worth real credits on your insurance. Homes without them need shutters or panels, and you want to know if those exist and where they're stored. You can often spot impact glass by a small etching or stamp in a corner of the pane. If you don't see one, ask directly. Sellers who have impact windows almost always know it, because they paid a lot for them. Same question for the garage door. A WIN-rated garage door matters more than people think. On a lot of homes, it's the largest opening in the structure. Third, the lanai in the screen cage. This is the room you actually live in down here, and it's also the thing most likely to be quietly deteriorating. Look at the screening for tears and sag. Look at the frame where it meets the concrete. Look at the screws and brackets. Rust at the fasteners tells you a lot. Pool cages take a beating in storms, and rescreening or reframing isn't cheap. If there's a pool, ask the age of the pump, the heater, and when the surface was last done. Pool equipment is a wear item, and it's often the oldest thing on the property. Fourth, and this one costs you nothing, use your nose. Walk into every room, including closets, and take a breath. A musty smell in a Florida house is not old house smell. It's a moisture problem until proven otherwise. Then look where moisture shows up. Baseboards for staining or warping. Ceilings under bathrooms and near AC returns. Condensate lines clog and leak. Northern buyers underweight this constantly because a damp basement reads as normal up north, and a damp anything down here is a warning. Fifth, ask what year the house was built and know what the answer implies. Certain eras carry certain issues in Florida. Homes from the late 70s through the mid-90s may have polybutylene plumbing. Older homes may have cast iron drain lines. I'm not telling you to avoid any era. I'm telling you the build year is a question that generates other questions, and your inspector should be told the answer. 6, and this is specific to what we do. If the home is on the course, ask which hole and which side. A house on the left side of a fairway in the landing zone for a right-handed slice gets hit. Not once, regularly. Ask about broken windows or netting. Also ask what time the maintenance crews start. Mowers and blowers on a golf course start early. And if your bedroom faces the fairway, you'll know about it. And find out whether cart path traffic runs past the lanai. On some lots, that's charming. On others, you're eating breakfast 3 feet from a foursome. 7th, and this matters. None of this replaces an inspection. I'm a real estate agent. I'm not a home inspector, and I'm not a licensed contractor. This is what to notice so you can ask better questions, not a substitute for an inspector who's going to get on the roof, into the attic, and into the panel. What this does is help you spend your inspection money on the right house instead of the third one you walk through. Walk slower than you would up north. Smell more. Ask about the year, the AC, and the cage. And if it's on the course, ask which side of the fairway. I'm Will Esslinger. Southeast Florida golf communities are what I do.